retirement may not always be clear, but at T. Rowe Price, we can help guide your retirement savings. For over 75 years, investors have relied on our disciplined approach to find long-term value. So wherever your retirement journey takes you, we can help you reach your goals. Call the T. Rowe Price Retirement Specialist or your advisor to see how we can help make the most of your retirement savings. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
James drove his RAV4 hybrid into the frozen wilderness. The sounds of his jockey attracted a hungry wolf pack behind him. To survive, he had to remain fearless. He would hunt for them and explore their territory. He'd form a bond with a wolf named Acalia, become familiar, and never see again. James left in search for his next adventure. I'll follow him and take the all-new RAV4 hybrid. Join me. Let's go places.
Can you see me? Because I feel like I'm invisible. Like if it weren't for the news, no one would think of this place. But here we have bright spirits and vivid dreams. If only the world could see.
Ten 17 a.m. Sunday, January 31st, 2016. I just got out of the shower and I'm sitting here getting dressed. Now, this 2-minute video is a continuation from the one before it. Now, how high did the bitches turn it while I was in the shower? While I was in the bathroom taking a shit in the shower, how high did the bitches turn it?
Is stupid, fat, and ugly. And Ben, you're a terrible surgeon.
And remember, FBI bitch in the gray Honda Accord ran her bitch ass home with the bitch in the gray Infiniti and the bitch in the red Mustang left. And now the bitch driving the white Cadillac from Pennsylvania with Pennsylvania tags is down there. He's over there now. Stay tuned.
Tell Bernie Sanders.
Can a socialist be the next president of the United States? A democratic socialist certainly can and will be.
An armada of campaign cash and a famous last name have never meant less.
I'm an establishment because my dad, the greatest man alive, was president of the United States, and my brother, who I adore as well as a fantastic brother, was president.
When my husband was president, we had 23 million new jobs, but incomes went up for everybody.
Good morning, folks. Please.
And sitting vice presidents don't have the inside track.
Unfortunately, I believe we're out of time. The time necessary to mount a winning campaign for the nomination.
Then there's the all-men rule. Clinton has the best chance in history to break a 240-year-old glass ceiling.
I cannot imagine anyone being more of an outsider than the first woman president. I mean, really.
How about the rule of vulnerabilities? Counts.
The American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Thank you. Me too.
Sanders didn't. In presidential politics, governors and former governors are supposed to have built-in advantages.
The fact is, for 7 years, I had to make these decisions after 9/11.
It worked for George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Ronald Reagan, and Jimmy Carter, but not Republicans Bobby Jindal, Rick Perry, and Scott Walker.
I will suspend my campaign immediately.
They've all dropped out.
We are a generous and compassionate people.
While Democrat Martin O'Malley struggles in single digits. And most bizarre of all,
Donald Trump has chosen not to attend this evening's presidential debate.
Attendance at a primetime televised debate isn't even mandatory.
Is it, for me personally, a good thing, a bad thing? Will I get more votes? Will I get less votes? Nobody knows. Who the hell knows?
If I'm elected president.
What about governing experience? Politicians with the least, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, Trump, and even Ben Carson, have turned that question upside down.
You can make her the next president of the United States, Hillary Clinton.
It's hurt Hillary Clinton as much as it's helped.
I will not need a tour of the White House.
The only rule that seems to apply is the old rules no longer apply.
Hi, how are you?
New ones are being written daily, and the improvisational results in Iowa and down the road are anyone's guess.
I'm Billy, and I quit smoking chances. I decided to take chances to shut everybody else up around.
You
beautiful, incredible looking car. The lines on this thing are just gorgeous. Now this is my Speed right here. Red, beautiful. Fell in love with it the second I saw it. How do I look?
I think you need to buy it.
That's all that matters. How do I look?
It's got a lot of torque, so it's going to surprise you.
Gotcha, so I'm not going to be smoking the tires.
Well, you could smoke these tires. I prefer you.
So who's going to let me take this Roadster out for a little spin? Hopefully it's going to have the get up and go he's telling me it is, because I'm used to driving my car, which has the twin turbo. Take it down to the office, see what some of the employees think about the car, see if there's something that, maybe they'd be interested in also, because it's a great commuter car.
Yeah, you have gloves.
It's one thing to cut a gas-powered engine out of your daily.
And look at how long I'm sitting here getting dressed. The bitch turned up over 3.0 and haven't turned it down yet.
I may not be ready to give up Black Beauty, but I could see something like this as a commuter car. Who knows? Maybe when the time is right, convert Black Beauty to electric. If I've learned anything from all this, is that there are options. We're not all chained to gasoline. We can burn clean biofuels and we can buy cars that emit water instead of pollution. We can drive cars that you plug in at night, and then drive for a fraction of the monetary and environmental costs during the day. Cars are important. They're important to me, to our culture, to everybody. Why limit the future of driving by calculating finiteness? I've seen a lot of environmentally friendly cars. I've seen how they're doing it with veggie oil, hydrogen, electric. And to be honest with you, my favorite right now is the electric car. And I know that there's a little bit of a range issue as far as you can pretty much go so far on a charge and so far back. I really like the idea that you can capture this energy directly from the sun, absolutely renewable, avoid the coal plants, and so you get the environmentally friendly piece there. But on top of that, these are so sweet.
So Wagner goes out and does some research on electric vehicles, and somehow he found someone to convert a sports car into an electric vehicle. So it's still not as practical, you can't really haul anything in it. Black Beauty might get a little jealous. But I think she'll be okay.
Learning how to make my own oven conversion has me all over the map. Cars that run on hydrogen gas or veggie oil, making things at home that you can just buy at the store.
Just a day to go before the voting in Iowa. We're going to talk to Donald Trump, who's at the top of the polls, and Senator Marco Rubio, who's finishing strong.
Thank you, John. We'll be watching. And next week on Sunday morning,
I guess you know you're in Japan when there's a special toilet for a sumo wrestler.
Seth Doan is bowled over.
New Tidy Cats Lightweight with Glade. All the strength and freshness, now easy to lift. Half the weight, smells great. Find the litter that works best for you. Every home, every cat, there's a Tidy Cats for that.
When your cold makes you wish you could stay in bed all day, you need the power of new TheraFlu Express Max. New TheraFlu Express Max, the power to feel better.
Sunday morning's Moment of Nature is sponsored by Boehringer Ingelheim, committed to improving the lives of patients with AFib.
We leave you this Sunday swimming among blue sharks off the coast of Rhode Island. I'm Charles Osgood. Please join us again next Sunday morning. Until then, I'll see you on the radio.
These little guys, they represent blood cells. And if you have AFib, an irregular heartbeat that may put you at 5 times greater risk of stroke, They can pool together in the heart, forming a clot that can break free and travel upstream to the brain, where it can block blood flow and cause a stroke. But if you have AFib that's not caused by a heart valve problem, Pradaxa can help stop clots from forming. Pradaxa was even at reducing the risk of stroke in a clinical trial without the need for regular blood tests. And in the rare event of an emergency, Pradaxa is the only oral blood thinner other than warfarin with a specific reversal treatment to help your body clot normally again.
Pradaxa is not for people who have had a heart valve replacement. Don't stop taking Pradaxa without talking to your doctor. Stopping increases your risk of stroke or blood clots. Ask your doctor if you need to stop Pradaxa before any planned medical or dental procedure. Pradaxa can cause serious and sometimes fatal bleeding. Don't take Pradaxa if you have abnormal bleeding. And seek immediate medical care for unexpected signs of bleeding like unusual bruising. Pradaxa may increase your bleeding risk if you're 75 or older, have kidney problems, stomach ulcers, a bleeding condition, or take certain medicines. Side effects with Pradaxa can include indigestion, stomach pain, upset, or burning.
Don't just go with the flow. Go with Pradaxa, the only blood thinner that lowers your risk of stroke better than warfarin and has a specific reversal treatment. Talk to your doctor about Pradaxa today.
CBSN, the live digital news network from CBS News. CBSN, CBS News, always on.
Taya Leone as Madam Secretary. New episode CBS Tonight after 60 minutes.
Come on, admit it. Everybody has a dream car. Get into yours at the Motor Trend International Auto Show. The Motor Trend International Auto Show. February 4th through the 7th at the Baltimore Convention Center.
There's an energy moving across central Maryland. It began 200 years ago when we formed America's first gas utility in Baltimore. It's innovation, new smart grid technologies that empower you to be your own energy manager. It's commitment, 3,200 employees who keep energy flowing safely and reliably. And it's inspiration, leading the charge for a more sustainable energy future. That's why we and our customers are moving smart energy forward.
And of course, you see how the bitch turned it up over 4.0, didn't you?
Anytime at mpt.org/schedule.
Hi, welcome to the Miracle Workshop. I'm Susie Phillips.
I'm Scott Phillips, and today it's a veneer workshop. So A to Z on how to do veneer on a simple chest of drawers with a story. Stay around for the story.
The American Woodshop with Scott Phillips is brought to you by
Woodcraft, since 1928, providing traditional and modern woodworking tools and supplies to generations of craftsmen. Woodcraft, helping you make wood work.
Craig, from the first cut to the final assembly, providing woodworkers with products that help simplify woodworking challenges. Craig. Easy Wood Tools, American-made tools for all skill levels. For every woodworking reason. For every woodworking aim. Rycon Power Tools, Pro Tools for Tool Pros. RyconTools.com. Proud supporters of American wood shops everywhere.
Everybody has a piece of furniture that's been veneered. Have you ever tried to do it? This is a workshop on how to do it. We're going to redo this chest of drawers. Susie, have you ever done work like this?
Not on my own. I've helped you a little, but not so much.
Okay, so here is for everybody that has never tried it before. And Susie, on the line, I want you to put that, I want you to slide it to this edge, right here, please. Okay, on the line.
Okay,
right there.
on that side. Okay.
Okay, right there. And what we're doing with a 4x8 sheet of veneer is using a veneer saw. Handy little tool. Now watch what happens. I pour it here, and I hold the edge of the saw blade up against the straight edge. And I can't go all the way across. Whenever you do veneer work like this, it really helps to have two people working on it.
And then Susie, you see how I use that? Mm-hmm. I want you to do the same thing on your side, okay?
Okay.
She's never used it before. I'm going to slide that off. Okay, so you don't hit the crossbar. And this is just a drywall square. So go ahead and make the cut. Just hold it down. 1 score-like cut. Usually you have to do 3 or 4 cuts. Okay, so that frees it up. Now that's all the way through. And that's the easy way to cut veneer. And look at that beautiful grain.
That's going to really look nice on there.
And that will be the front of this chest of drawers. And take a look at this project. It tells a great story. The Woodworkers of Central Ohio Club every week heads to the Furniture Bank of Central Ohio to build these by the thousands. And so we need to head there to see how they make these. And then we'll come back and do a veneer workshop. And one other thing that I will do, though, so that we're ready to veneer when we come back, is use a bit of timber mate wherever there's a countersunk screw hole, and fill those countersunk holes. So when we come back, we can get to the sanding and then the veneer work. But now, off to Columbus, Ohio. Welcome to the Furniture Bank of Central Ohio. We're here with Steve Votaw, the president. Hi, Scott. Adam. Well, thank you so much for what you're doing here and the welcome. But this is a beehive of furniture activity. What's your mission here?
Our mission is to really help those families in our community who are struggling with poverty and don't have a good home to live in. So what we try to do is alleviate some of that pressure by giving them used and built furniture so that they can stabilize their home life.
Okay, so the chest of drawers that we're going to veneer today on the American Woodshop was made here by the thousands.
That's right. They pump out easily 7,000 pieces of furniture a year. And altogether, it's been over 30,000 pieces of furniture. So what's so cool is this. These pieces of, these dressers that are being built today, they're going to be in somebody's home tomorrow. And it is just such a blessing that we have such great volunteers and committed individuals who are willing to make life a little bit easier for our community residents.
Outstanding. Well, we want to meet one of the woodworkers, hear their story, and then see the jigs that you guys use to build.
Great.
Absolutely. Thank you for the welcome.
Well, thank you.
Mike Quinn. Man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Mike. Now, behind us, you have a beehive of the Woodworkers of Central Ohio.
We do.
And you've organized this. How long have you been doing it here?
We've been doing this for a little over 5 years now.
And there's a line that you use for the furniture bank. What is it?
Well, we like to say we're turning empty houses into homes. And we do that by providing furniture at no cost to people in need.
Well, this is an amazing job that you're doing here. And the cool thing, Mike, is that these volunteers come in 2 times a week and just build pieces of furniture to the thousands.
Right. We've got about 35 members of our club who come in on 2 days a week and construct dressers, not only dressers, but also bed frames and tables.
Essentials that anyone needs.
Absolutely.
Okay, and the one that we're going to veneer later in the show today, that will be sold to support this cause. So you don't just have to build furniture, you can support the furniture banks at any level. So get involved locally, whatever you do. But they are all over America.
Absolutely. There's 40 or 45 furniture banks throughout the country providing the same services that we do out of our Central Ohio Furniture Bank right here.
Okay, well, your woodworking matters, Mike, and thank you for volunteering your time. Now, it's awesome to see the jigs and fixtures that they use, and if you want more information or even plans, you can contact the Furniture Bank, and they'll help you out with that.
Right? Or you could also contact Woodworkers of Central Ohio through our website, wocoweb.org.
Okay, off the loop. Time for woodworking.
What we're going to do is take you on a whirlwind tour.
Okay.
This is the first operation. We're taking the raw material that we get from Souder Furniture Making up in the northern Ohio. They send us panels for us to fabricate the sheds. The first operation is going to be panel saw cutting.
And those are heavy sheets. Those weigh 80, 90 pounds.
That cart was designed and built by our woodworker right there, Mike Simpson, and he made that to ease our back pain, and it's worked out great. We've had thousands of panels already put through that.
Now, Bruce Nash has been the brilliant man behind this, and everybody contributes their ideas.
Oh, we all do.
But from here, it's to the panel saw.
Panel saw next. Right now we're making the shelf portion of the chest, and we'll follow that all through the different operations. This particular part has 5 secondary operations on it.
So panel saw with good dust collection, and then you come over to the saw stop. What goes on over here?
Okay, the first saw stop is going to rip the parts to the proper width for the shelf, and we have a template that tells the operator how to set up the saw.
So over here at the crosscut saw, they're cutting these to the shelf board length, I think.
That's right.
Okay.
We cut 2 at a time. We use sleds, and we do no measuring at all. We use our standards, and it dictates how big the parts are, so that no errors are made in the dimensions of the parts. We make it like the Ford motor parts. Everything is interchangeable. What we got here is an operation to cut out a section of this center so that we lighten up the chest because it's quite heavy. It's all particle board. We use a track saw and punch cut. We try to keep the dust to a minimum. Now that part is cut out. And we'll go over here and we're going to chamfer the inside of that opening.
Okay.
The scrap that we generated will be used for another part, the drawer size. This operation here, we cut 5 dados in the panel to support the shelves on the final assembly. The part is nested and clamped. We're trying to make these parts consistent, so everything is pre-located. We never lift the router. The router slides on the pre-fillered surface.
You know, I did the math. If you add it all up, all the years of woodworking here comes close to 1,000 years of experience. So on this jig, you're just framing everything up. He's putting your back on with a crown stapler. Okay, and that squares it up. But also the shells not only are screwed, but they're plumbed.
We cover the screw holes with a paper cap so no screws are showing.
Okay, so from this side you can see exactly what's going on here. And I've heard it said that by the time you get the parts to put it all together, it takes about 8 minutes.
About here, about at this position, yes.
Exactly.
All the parts go together at this point.
So the only way this happens is with jigs and fixtures and a really good roadmap.
Nothing here is so complicated that everybody can't do themselves.
Okay, let's go to the drawer.
Now we make drawers here in 3 different jigs. We have cam locks that lock all the parts together on this fixture. Drill jigs here are located with screw holes, and subsequent operations with counterbore and countersink for the screw and then drive the screws in. We then have to put a cleat in here to support the drawer bottom, and that's what Bob's doing here.
Henry Ford has nothing on you.
No, we got to be. Because everything is cut accurately in the first station back there, this job makes it simple. Right. You don't have to select parts.
It is a matter of accuracy. And sub-assembly, you have to have everything identical. That's where your jigs and fixtures come in.
All these drawers can go in any case without any obstruction. This is a completed chest, ready for painting on the outside where it's rough, and they'll sand it, and we'll get it ready for shipping.
Okay, well, Furniture Bank of Central Ohio, with the help of the woodworkers in Central Ohio, people like Lou are making a real difference. And this is something that if you're interested in, you can contact them.
Absolutely.
And they will help you with plans and ideas, and you can do this in your community.
Come visit us, and we'll be happy to show you our operation at any time, and encourage you to do the same, because it's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely amazing.
We have a bunch of dedicated people that come here every week. It's been 5 years now since we started.
10:41, stopping the video.